Hello geometry students. Today's learning target is to find the relationship between a chord angle and its arc. So let's draw a picture here. So we draw this picture, and I'm going to put C for the center, and I'm going to draw these two green chords. And the goal here is to find this angle I just marked in black. And that angle intercepts two arcs. One on the left that I highlighted in gray, I'll call that arc 1, and one on the right, which I'll call arc 2. So the question becomes, how is the chord angle related to the two arcs? So let's take a look at a diagram. If you look at the diagram, the question of interest becomes, how do you get the 70 degrees? And some of you playing around with your calculator may realize if you add up 140, you get 140, and if you divide by 2, you get 70. Let's look at another example. If you look at the two arcs, 100 and 120, if you add them up and divide by 2, you get 110 degrees. So the main idea here is the chord angle is the sum of arc 1 plus arc 2 divided by 2. And if you're using your calculator, always put parentheses around arc 1 plus arc 2. So if we look at problem number 2, to find that angle, I would take 112 plus 86 and divide by 2. Again, if you're using your calculator, you want to use parentheses. So that angle is 99 degrees. So if we look at problem number 3, same idea. We have these two arcs. So to get the angle, we're going to do 80 plus 148 over 2. And doing that on my calculator with parentheses, we'll get 114 degrees as the angle. In problem number 4 and 5, I'm going to use some algebra. I'm going to call this arc x. So my equation would be 50 plus x over 2 is equal to 97. I'm going to put this over 1, and I'm going to cross multiply. So when I multiply the 2 and 97, I get 194 is equal to 50 plus x. I'll subtract 50. And x is 144 degrees. There are other ways of doing that problem, but I think that is the easiest, and it'll help us with problems 6 and 7. In problem number 5, again, I'll call that x. So my equation would be 53 plus x over 2 is equal to 100. I'll put this over 1 and cross multiply. So 200 is 53 plus x. I'll subtract 53 from both sides. So the angle line, or excuse me, the arc is 147 degrees. So these two problems involve some algebra. Again, the relationship is arc 1 plus arc 2 divided by 2 is equal to the chord angle. So I'll say 61 plus 13x minus 11 over 2 is 7x plus 19. I'm going to simplify the 61 and 11. So 61 take away 11 is 50. So I'm going to write 50 plus 13x over 2 is 7x plus 19. I'll put this over 1 and cross multiply. So 2 times 7x plus 19 is 50 plus 13x. Now we need to distribute. So 14x plus 38 is equal to 50 plus 13x. I'll subtract 13x from both sides. So x plus 38 is equal to 50. I'll subtract 38 from both sides. And doing that, 50 take away 38, we'll get x is 12. Now the goal of this problem was to find angle CBD, which I just highlighted in pink in the diagram. So the angle CBD is 7 times 12 plus 19. Doing that, I get the angle to be 103 degrees. If you want to pause the video and take a look at problem number 7, please do so. Looking at problem number 7, same idea. The two arcs, so 9x plus 2 plus 130, divide by 2 is 11x plus 1. I'll simplify, so 9x plus 132 over 2 is 11x plus 1. I'll put that over 1 and cross multiply. So 2 times 11x plus 1 is 9x plus 132. We'll distribute. 22x plus 2 is equal to 9x plus 132. I'll subtract 9x. So 13x plus 2 is equal to 132. Subtract 2. 13x is 130. Divide by 13, and x is equal to 10. Now the goal was to find SG, which is here in green. So the measure of SG is 9 times 10 plus 2, or 92 degrees.